Was this pregnancy planned for deliberately? Is pregnancy easier the second time round? What advice would you give to couples thinking about having baby number 2? Do you feel mentally and physically ready for another baby? What gender are we hoping for?
This is meant to be short, quick answer. That's what you told me before
No,
we
but
recorded this video.
This is an important topic though. How did you feel when you first found out you were pregnant again?
Excited. Ready to go.
Oh my god! I should have just done this one on my own.
You should have. You told me to sit here, okay. So I'm here.
Hey Deku fam!
Hey Deku fam!
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
We having a baby. In case you didn't know, well, we announced it semi in a video, but let's just bring attention to the fact that we having another baby. Yeah. We having a baby. We having a baby.
Anna's put some questions out there on Instagram, because people have been asking a loads of questions in the DM, and she was like, okay, guys, what questions do you have? We'll record a video on it, so this is that video.
This is our pregnancy Q&A. Baby Deku number 2 coming soon. Let's get into the questions. Okay, so first question. Was this pregnancy planned for deliberately?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. To be honest, we would have liked to have kids a bit sooner. Like the age gap between Jerry and our next one is 2.5 years. Yeah. Exactly.
Ideally, it would have been 1.5 years.
1.5?
Two?
No, two.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about 6 months out from our timeline.
Yeah, so
but we're okay.
Yeah, God's plan is better than our plan.
Definitely.
But obviously in that process, it was definitely difficult. We knew that God would, but we didn't know when.
Yeah.
And that's the difficulty that we were in. We were like, what's going on? Why is it not happening?
Yeah.
Which was definitely a challenge, but we actually fully trusted him in the process and were...
This is meant to be short, quick answer. That's what you told me before we recorded this video.
This is an important topic though.
Okay.
Like the struggles of actually, wanting a child.
Everything a struggle?
Was it not a struggle?
We were just waiting.
Yeah.
It didn't happen as soon as we wanted.
Okay.
6 months later, hooray!
Yeah. Okay. All right then. Fine. There you go. It was a deliberate baby.
Yeah.
And it took longer than we would have liked. But we're here now, and we thank God. How did you feel when you first found out you were pregnant again?
Excited. Ready to go.
Oh my God. I should have just done this one on my own.
You should have. You told me to sit here, okay. So I'm here.
Okay.
So we were excited.
Obviously, we were excited because we were trying for some time.
Yeah.
So the fact that it took longer was a situation.
We're excited, ready to go, because we're like, you know what? Life is already chaotic. Why not just add another one to the mix? Let's get them all out.
And we love being parents. Like, actually love it.
Yeah.
Like, my Instagram is just full of just parenting content because I'm just in my element. I love it. So obviously we wanted to grow our family. We saw that Jeremiah would be a great big brother. We tried. It didn't happen as soon as we wanted, but we were very excited when we found out that we were pregnant.
Excited.
Actually, relieved. I could not go on any longer. So it was great. Is pregnancy easier the second time round? No, definitely not. This pregnancy.
How do you define pregnancy? What's pregnancy?
The 9 months of being pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the conception. That's what I was talking about. Okay, pregnancy. Go.
No, it's not easier. It's much harder this time. This is why...
It could be, but in your experience, obviously, yeah, it's harder. Yeah.
What else am I talking about?
I just thought the science of it. But
my pregnancy is harder this time around. Usually, first trimester, I get all of the sickness, all of the nausea, or everything, the tiredness. But this time it lasted so much longer, and it felt like the symptoms were just heightened. Yeah. Like the smell in the house, I don't know what it was, but there was a smell following me around for the whole first trimester that I just couldn't get rid of. The tiredness was so real. I've got a toddler that also doesn't care that you're pregnant. What else? Everything. And it lasted much longer. So normally with Jerry, it was the first 12 weeks. The sickness stopped as soon as the 12 weeks were done. This one, I was there 18 weeks, still suffering, still going through the nausea. But we thank God now it's gone. But yeah, this pregnancy is definitely very different, which makes me think that maybe it could be a different gender. Who knows? We're trying to work it out because that's the next question. Do you know the gender of the baby?
I came to Anna. So basically my colleagues didn't find out the gender for their children. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
We just never thought about that.
At birth. Yeah. I was like, okay. I put the idea to Anna and said, what do you think about this? She said, no, I don't think I could do it. I was like, but look, we find that we're so intentional with everything, and we always try and make sure we know all information about everything.
Yeah,
and
be
prepare,
well
blah,
planned.
blah, blah. So it's like, you know what? Let's just find out at the birth.
And you know what? Patience is not one of my strengths. So I just thought, why not use this pregnancy as a way to grow in patience?
Wow.
Yeah. That's
fantastic.
That is progress.
Good
for
for you.
Thank you. So I'm really proud of myself because actually Gabes has wanted to give in at times because he doesn't feel as connected maybe.
Yeah, I feel, you know what, that's actually a big one. Because I don't know the gender, we haven't given it a name. So in my mind, it doesn't exist yet. But with Jerry, we were calling him Jerry from 20 weeks?
Yeah, straight away.
So I had another 19 weeks of calling him Jerry before he was born, and I felt really connected. I wanted to feel. To be honest, I don't even think I felt the bump this time. You know,
the kick.
I don't even felt the kick. I haven't felt the bump. I haven't even touched you.
It's true though. We're so much more relaxed this time.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're not trying hard enough. So if you think Jerry doesn't connect with you, this next one is gonna be even worse. But no, yeah, we don't know the gender. We're waiting until the birth. We thought it'd be a great experience to find out at the birth. We also don't want to do another massive gender reveal party.
Yeah, we're keeping this
where
one a
we
bit more
spent
low-key.
a lot of money with the cannons. If you haven't watched that video, it was an amazing experience, but we just thought, let's just relax this time and actually, prepare in other ways for the baby. So don't know the gender, but we'll know the gender at the birth. What gender are we hoping for? Ooh, this is a good question.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't care. That's the honest truth. But if I could choose, I am thinking I would like another boy.
Yeah, we would love another boy.
I would like
That
another
would be
boy.
great.
Yeah. Because obviously you can be best friends with your sibling of the opposite sex. Me and my siblings, we get on really well.
Yeah, and they're both girls.
And they're both girls. But I like the idea that if I had a younger brother or even an older brother, whatever, who are really close in age, the mischief that we'll get up to will be mad.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you can't do that with a girl. You can. But it's just different.
Yeah. And I've always seen myself as a boy mom. I don't know why. Just like the only woman in the house. I've come around to the fact that, okay, a girl would be great. Particularly because having a father figure like you for a girl would be just amazing. And I want that for my daughter. But I do want a boy. It would be great to have Jerry and another boy, just them two causing chaos around the house.
Definitely.
And the dynamics of them. And this pregnancy is very different because this baby kicks
Isn't that another question? You can answer that in another question. This point is, what do we want? We've told them what we want. Let's move to the next question.
Because you've spoken. And this baby is kicking a lot more in my stomach. Way more than Jerry. Jerry's quite a chilled boy and he's Gabe's 2.0. But
we're just chilling.
Yeah, chilling, but they're up to mischief all the time.
It feels like Anna's giving birth to herself.
Yeah, this one does feel like it's me, and I'm interested in like
just from the kicking.
The kicking is just wild. I think you've got a lot of personality. You're gonna be exciting. You're gonna be full of joy. So yeah, that is gonna be me. But I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. So yeah, another boy with that personality will be amazing. A girl, a mini me.
A boy with your personality is a bit.
It's gonna be wild because Jerry's already hard to.
No, Jerry's cool. Jerry's cool because Jerry knows his like he knows when to let off and when to pull back.
Controlled, like
he's a bit more ordered and controlled.
Yeah, and he's calculated, not a risk taker.
Yeah. But if we have a boy who's just like out here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be way more restrictive with that one because we don't like boundaries. Things like me.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, that's where we're at. Do you feel mentally and physically ready for another baby?
Yes.
Yes, we actually do.
Yes.
This baby, honestly, Jerry came in to chaos. Let's be real. Like behind the scenes, there was so much going on when we were conceiving Jerry, when we were pregnant with Jerry, when we delivered Jerry.
That's because you started a new job.
No, just everything. Even the birth, like it was a bit.
C-section.
The C-section, that was a surprise. The recovery, I went back to work after 2 months, and then that first child that we've ever had.
I just feel like I'm not thinking about it as much because everything that I expected the way I expected it to go with Jerry, nothing went to plan.
Yep.
So I'm not even playing it 2 minds. I'm just like, okay, Anna, are you going to your midwife appointments? Is everything going well?
Yep.
We go together to these things. and then we just ask the right questions, and then we just keep it moving. I'm not thinking too much about it. I will find out at each given moment what we need to do.
Yeah. So you can over prepare, and then you prepare in the wrong ways, because that's what it felt like with our last pregnancy. But this time we're going with our eyes wide open. We're listening to what information we're being presented with in that given moment, and then making decisions based on that information. But we feel more calm, I guess, because we've already got a child and we know that we can, be parents. But I think also this season is just much nicer in terms of the joy that we're feeling.
Anna hasn't decided to move to another job.
I'm settled in my job. Yeah. I feel like the year that I've had work-wise has been fantastic. I've got a boss that's extremely supportive. I have succeeded amazingly in my targets.
Yeah, so you're happy all around.
I'm taking a year off. So it just feels a much smoother way to having the baby.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering the fact that you had a C-section with your first, how do you feel about the birth moving for this child?
Yes, I think just looking on the outside, you are preparing to not have a C-section again. Yeah, and you are being very intentional with your research. And with your research, so that again you don't have a C-section. Yeah. Nothing against C-section, but you just want a vaginal birth. Yeah. So we're doing what we can in preparation for that. Yeah. One of the things that Anna has done is actually registered with a doula. Yeah. So we are going to have a doula. We've put Bibi to the side, so Bibi will be at home with Jerry.
Actually, let's talk about that. Mum's saying that she's not going to be. She wants to be at the hospital outside waiting.
Oh,
so really? I don't know who's looking after our son.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Anyway, another conversation. Yeah. But so we're gonna have me and the doula are gonna be in there. We're gonna tag team, and then we're gonna try and get Anna to have this baby vaginally. Yeah. Is that the right way of saying it? Yeah. Great. And
we'll probably do a separate video on that. Let us know, and we probably will take you on the journey of preparing for a vaginal birth after a C-section, and God willing, it happens.
Yeah, because also Anna, the reason why Anna's adamant about having a vaginal birth now is because the more she thinks about it, the more we think about it, and the more research that we do, we concluded that the C-section was not necessary for Jerry. And although we've been reassured by the doctors and they're great, fantastic, and we appreciate all the support that they gave us, and we're no doctors, but we think that the C-section wasn't necessary. Yep. So we're trying to see if we can go through the process of having our next child vaginally and then see what happens there.
Yep, that is the plan. So booked a doula, doing a lot of research, changing hospitals, all of the things that we need to do, which we'll probably bring to you in a separate video. But that's how we're preparing for the birth itself. And the last question, what advice would you give to couples thinking about having baby number 2?
What advice? I don't know. Don't overthink it. Just like, I sometimes think about, because look, we live in a world now where people are having kids less and less and less and less. So I think the average family has like 1.6 kids or something like that. But if I was to look back from 30 years to what decisions would I have wanted to make, and I think having more kids would probably be one of them. If I was 80 and I had one child, I would probably think, I wish I had more children. Just to have more people to love, more grandkids, etc. I think I would want to have more kids. So right now, I'm trying not to overthink it, knowing that every child is a blessing, and every child you think so much about finances, and you think so much about provision, you think so much about capacity, but you realize that you just cope. I find that you just cope. Yeah. And with Jerry, we've coped, and we've coped really well. Yeah. With the next one, I'm believing that we'll cope. With the next one, we have a third, we'll cope. You just cope. Yeah.
And I think about our parents and our grandparents who had far less resources than we have now, and they were able to just have a lot of kids. So I think with moving into our second child, it's so easy to think about, oh gosh, the first child costs so much, so how we'll be able to cope with having another child, or do we have enough space for another child? All of these things that actually our parents maybe didn't think about. They had their children share in one room. They had gave their children the same food every day for some time because of provision. Like all of these things that we maybe overthink and actually delay us from having the next child, or stop us from having more kids, or like the conflicts with wanting to pursue other things. But what I always remind myself is that children are a gift from God, and children are a blessing, and they are, as well as family, the most important things in our lives. Careers come and go, money comes and goes, all of that type of stuff, but actually the people that you have around you and the family that you build is the most important thing.
Yeah, but it's in theory, like when you say, money comes and goes and stuff, but you still want to be able to give your child, your children.
But I don't think that should prevent you from, having.
Well, it wouldn't prevent us per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can understand why certain people, why that would be triggering. Because to be fair, just the thought of just having a lack and bringing 5 kids into this just seems a bit like that would scare me.
Yeah.
But I kind of get it. But
the advice that we'd give is don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because naturally you would overthink given all the information that we have around us.
Yeah.
But underthink it and actually trust that God will provide as you choose to grow your family.
Yeah, definitely.
That's it. That was a quick fire Q&A.
Was that quick fire?
I think.
Anything
I
quick
don't
fire
know.
with us?
I don't know.
Is anything quick fire with you?
If this is longer than 15 minutes, I'm going to actually scream, because why can't we just make our point short?
Why can't you make your point short? I thought I was quite efficient.
I don't think so, because as the video progressed, you were just talking for longer and longer.
I was trying to get to the end.
You actually enjoy talking. Let's be honest. You do.
No,
you do. Okay. All right then, Deku fam. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.